Many of the girls started on the back nine, which was playing a little bit easier than the front nine. I started on the front nine and started out slow, 6 over through 7 holes, but played solid from there at even par from the last 11 holes. The TJGT adjusted the course rating to 80.9 when they reported it to Junior Golf Scoreboard, so Apple Rock was definitely playing tough. Number 1 is a 387-yard dogleg right, par 4, hitting down from the tee box to the fairway below and back up to the green. A small pond guards the left side of the green. I started off with a good drive over the bunkers on the right side of the fairway and ended up in the middle of the fairway about 75 yards out. That left me with a 54-degree wedge onto the green, about 15 feet right below the hole. My putt was dead on, but came up about 6 inches short, so I tapped in for a par. Number 2 is a 397-yard dogleg par 4 with a large bunker at the dogleg where the fairway drops significantly towards the green. There is OB and trees if you go too far off the tee, so I hit a 3 hybrid off the tee down the right edge of the fairway about 155 yards out. My second shot came up a little short and left in the green side bunker. I hit a good sand shot to about 6 inches from the hole and tapped in for a par.
Good job, babe.
Number 3 is a short 111-yard par 3 with a heart-shaped green with water guarding the front and right side of the green. I hit a pitching wedge that landed near the pin on the back left side of the green and rolled off the back of the green. My chip from about 10 feet over the green came up about 5 feet short. I missed the putt just right of the hole and tapped in for a bogey. Number 4 is a 493-yard par 5 where the driver goes over a large hill back down and the fairway goes further up the hill to a very deep green with a big slope from back to front. There is a large tree on the right edge of the fairway. My driver off the tee hit the tree and ricocheted across the fairway into the penalty area. The area where I would have dropped did not leave a clear shot, so I went back to the tee and hit my third shot. It clipped the top of the tree but ended up in the middle of the fairway. From the fairway, I hit a 3 hybrid down the fairway to about 145 yards out. Uphill, my fifth shot missed the green left, about pin high. I chipped up to about 4 to 5 feet, but missed the putt and tapped in for a triple bogey. Number 5 is a 338-yard dogleg right par 4. The fairway drops quite a ways from the tee box, then gradually goes back up towards the green. A large bunker guards the right side of the fairway, and OB is in play down the left side of the driving area. I hit a good drive down the left side of the fairway to about 105 yards out. From there, I hit a pitching wedge on the front of the green, about 20 feet below the hole. The first putt came up about 3 feet short, and I made that putt for a par. Number 6 is a 367-yard dogleg left, par 4, going up the hill to a green with the fairway and green both sloping right to left. I essentially topped my drive down the middle of the fairway about 190 yards out. Uphill, I hit a good 3 hybrid that ended up just short and right of the green, where the pin was situated on the back left of the green. My wedge from about 25 yards away rolled just off the green about 12 feet past the hole. I chipped up about 5 feet from the hole and made the putt for a bogey. Number 7 is a very beautiful but challenging 461-yard par 5, which starts high on the hill and drops quite a ways down the fairway. As you get into the driving area, the fairway becomes very narrow. As the fairway moves towards the green, it goes uphill towards the green and slopes right to left. The green is guarded by a couple of bunkers on the left side, and the green is separated into 2 tiers, about halfway back. I hit a solid 3 hybrid down the middle of the fairway and followed it up with another good 3 hybrid to the middle of the fairway, about 70 yards out, straight up the hill. My 54-degree wedge came up about 25 to 30 feet short of the pin that was on the top of the second tier of the green. My first putt came up about 4 feet short of the hole, and I missed the putt, giving me a bogey. Number 8 is a 147-yard par 3 over the pond next to number 1 green. The green is quite wide, but not very deep. The wind can be deceiving when it is in your face sometimes, seeming calm and then suddenly picking up when you hit. The pin was located on the left side of the green. I hit my approach shot to about 12 to 15 feet right of the hole. From there, I made the putt for a birdie. Number 9 is a straightaway 347-yard par 4 with a deep swale in front of the green, starting about 90 yards from the green and then climbing up to the green. The green itself is very wide, but not too deep, making distance control important. I hit a 3 hybrid off the tee to about 145 yards out. My second shot landed very close to the hole, which was located on the front right side of the green. My shot rolled off the back edge of the green, leaving about a 40-foot chip. The chip shot came up about 2 to 3 feet short, but I made the putt for par. Number 10 is a 513-yard downhill par 5 with bunkers guarding the left side of the fairway and out of bounds on both sides. The wind was blowing left to right and behind when we teed off. I hit a good drive down the middle of the fairway about 195 yards out. I hit my 5-iron a little thin and it rolled up onto the front part of the green, about 40 feet from the hole. My first putt came up about 2 feet short and I made the second putt for a birdie. Number 11 is a 456-yard dogleg right, par 5, with a large bunker on the right side of the dogleg and a small pond that guards the front of the green and extends out to about 80 yards from the green. On Saturday, the wind was blowing across from left to right. I hit a driver and pushed it right. The wind pushed it further right and it ended up out of bounds. I hit a provisional ball down the right side just off the fairway about 250 yards out. I laid up short of the lake about 65 to 70 yards out. From there, I hit a wedge up to about 4 to 5 feet from the hole. I missed the putt and tapped in for a double bogey. Number 12 is a 130-yard par 3 over a portion of the lake and a green with a ridge through the middle of the green and a very severe slope from back to front. On Saturday, the pin was located on the bottom tier. I hit my wedge shot to about 3 to 4 feet above the hole and I made the putt for a bounce back birdie. Number 13 is a 361-yard straightaway par 4 with a 2-tier green slightly uphill from the tee to the green. I hit a driver down the right side of the fairway about 98 yards out. I hit a wedge up the hill onto the green about 7 feet left of the hole. My birdie putt stopped on the right lip and I tapped in for a par. Number 14 is a 347-yard dogleg right, par 4, with large bunkers guarding both the right and left edges of the dogleg. To avoid the bunker through the fairway on the left, I hit a 3 hybrid. It went a little bit right and ended up just next to the bunker on the right with an awkward stance about 110 yards out. I hit a wedge from there onto the middle of the green, about 20 to 25 feet below the hole. My first putt was about 4 feet short, but I made the putt for par. Number 15 is a 340-yard straightaway par 4, with a large bunker guarding the left front of the green. I hit a really solid drive down the right center of the fairway to within about 30 yards of the hole. The pin was located on the front of the green, just over the bunker. I hit a 58-degree wedge that landed close to the hole, but took a big first bounce downwind and ended up about 25 to 30 feet past the hole. My first putt rolled just past the hole, about 3 to 4 feet, and I made the putt coming back for a par. Number 16 is a 335-yard dogleg right par 4, requiring a layup off the tee approximately 175 yards out, just short of the creek which crosses the hole. From there, the second shot is uphill to a large green protected by a large bunker on the right side. I hit a 5-iron off the tee down the left center of the fairway to about 150 yards out. The second shot came up short of the back pin placement in the right greenside bunker. From there, my sand shot ended up about 2 feet from the hole, and I made the putt for a par. Number 17 is a 142-yard, slightly uphill par 3, with 2 bunkers guarding the left and right front of the green. My approach shot got caught up in the wind and missed the green left, rolling down the hill left of the green. I hit a wedge up onto the green that rolled just off the edge about 15 feet past the hole. My first putt from the edge came up about 2 feet short, and I made the putt for a bogey. Number 18 is a 339-yard dogleg left par 4, with trees and out of bounds down the left side of the hole and large bunkers guarding the right side of the fairway. The second shot is uphill to a fairly severely sloping green. I hit a driver down the left side of the fairway to about 75 to 80 yards out. From there, I hit a gap wedge up the hill to the green about 10 feet left of the hole. The putt missed about 6 inches short and right of the hole, and I tapped in for a par. I feel like I did a lot of things well today. I hit 11 of 14 fairways. The 2 poor drives I hit cost me 4 shots. I hit 10 of 18 greens and hit 32 putts. Overall, 78 was a pretty decent score, and I finished tied for 9th after day 1. My putting was pretty solid with only 1 3-putt on some fairly difficult greens and some rather difficult pin locations. The wind will be blowing again tomorrow, although from a completely different direction, so the course will be completely different. It can be a completely different challenge.